evening. Thank you for coming to the press conference tonight. This is for Mexico following their defeat to Montenegro in the opening day of the FIBA Basketball World Cup 2023 here in Manila. Omar Quintero, the coach of Mexico, and Paco Cruz have joined us, and we'll get their opening statements. But just as a reminder, please keep your mobile phones on silent, and this will be in English. Paco, if you could give us a comment, please.
Well, unfortunately, we lost the game. They had a really good game. They have really good players. They played inside and outside very well. We couldn't control that. Like Coach said, we gave them both things today, and obviously offensive rebound. So I think that was the key of the game today.
Thank you, Paco. Coach Quintero?
Well, first of all, I want to congratulate Montenegro. They had a really good game. The game plan worked for them. They have 14 threes, and they had the big star, Vucevic, and a great night. And we throw the game in 6 minutes. 3 minutes on the second quarter, and the last 3 minutes on the fourth quarter give 9-0 and 10-0 run, and that was pretty much the game.
Thank you very much, Omar. If you have a question, raise your hand. Just tell us who you are. We'll get a microphone to you. Right here first. Yep.
Thank you. Could I ask in Spanish?
No, in English, please.
Mexico fans? No?
English, after the press conference.
Okay, cool. Okay, thank you, Rodrigo Tovar, for Fox Sports. Omar, what do you think is the key to get better for the next team? Talking about mentality or game, or what is the key?
Consistency. We gotta be consistent. I told them it's a 40-minute game, especially against these kind of teams like Montenegro and Lithuania. They will punishment every time you commit a mistake, and that's what happened on the second quarter and the fourth quarter. They give us 9-0 run and 10-0 to end the game, and it's hard when you give too many chances to those kind of teams. But we've been in this situation 2 years ago and split, and we gotta win 2 games. We have Lithuania and we have Egypt.
Okay, and right here on the end.
Omar, what happened in the second quarter? And in the second chance, it's 16-0. And what do you change for the game of Lithuania?
Well, we gotta rebound well. They were so big over there. We gotta box him out better. But the thing it was like, we give open threes, especially to the key players like Dubljevic. He got 2 in a row, and then Ivanovic, and we can leave those shooters wide open. They punishment every time.
Right here.
Good evening, Omar. Eduardo Lopez from Dileras. Do you have any positive note on the team? Because in the last quarter, it kind of had some reaction. You guys can handle to go down for almost 6 points. You almost came back. So do you have any positive note on the team, especially in the last quarter?
Yeah. Like what I say, we played well for 34 minutes, and we came back. When we start playing our way, we came back. We were down by 6 points, and the last 5 minutes, that's when they make the stretch. But we gotta change the page, look ahead, and we gotta win those 2 games. It's nothing we can do right now against Montenegro. We just gotta think in Lithuania. That's the game for us. It's like a final.
Okay. Are there any more questions in English? Okay, we'll accept questions in Spanish. Okay.
Gracias, Omar. Va de nuevo ahora en español. Rodrigo Tovar de Fox Sports. ¿Por dónde pasa entonces el tema de la mejora? ¿Por lo mental, por lo físico, por lo que dices, que lo que pasó al principio del partido y al final? ¿Por dónde va la mejoría?
Sí, es un tema de que tenemos que ser más consistentes, ¿no? Y lo venimos hablando aún cuando estuvimos ganando los 11 partidos. No manteníamos bien las ventajas, no las sabíamos manejar, pero bueno, ya estamos aquí. Ahorita hay que pensar ya en lo que sigue Lituania. Sigo confiado de que vamos a pasar a la siguiente fase. Y te digo, son 6 minutos que tenemos que mejorar, estar enfocados 40, 34 a este nivel contra estos equipos no te sirve, y pensar ya en lo que viene, que es Lituania.
¿Hay más preguntas? One more here. There.
Paco, ¿cómo lo toman ustedes en el equipo y qué tienen que hacer pensando en que hace 9 años también se perdió y después se calificó? ¿Cómo tienen que cambiar ese chip para pensar ya en Lituania y en Egipto?
Pues es un torneo corto, ahorita son 3 juegos, mañana descanso, pasado mañana se juega, así que seguramente nuestro entrenador, vamos a ver video, vamos a ver qué podemos arreglar, qué mejorar y listo, ya está, ¿sabes? Como dice Coach Omar, jugamos 36 minutos bien, hay que tomar eso pues de una manera positiva y mejorar mentalmente. Pienso que debemos de ser mejores nosotros como jugadores, controlar el juego y pues de esa manera tratar de jugar contra Lituania.
Omar, de nuevo yo, Eduardo López del Diario AS. ¿Consideras que lo que ocurrió hoy se debió quizá, no sé si a un error en la planeación o fue simplemente porque Montenegro fue un mejor equipo? Y hablo de que en el punto de que Montenegro sorprendió en los triples, 50% casi, y luego también el mismo Paco lo decía en zona mixta, que les anotaban de un lado y de otro también internamente, ¿no? Entonces, quizá fue poner mucho foco en un aspecto del juego, que fue el juego interno, y quizás se descuidó la parte externa, o simplemente fue que Montenegro salió en una mejor noche que ustedes.
Fue error nuestro como jugadores, no estuvimos mentalmente preparados porque pues el plan de juego era no darles las dos cosas, ¿sabes? Entonces no pudimos lograrlo nosotros, dimos tiros solos de 3, al final también nos metieron en el poste, entonces no pudimos hacer un balance porque obviamente el juego no era dar las dos cosas, era solo una y desgraciadamente pues no pudimos hoy por 40 minutos. Los 36, esos fueron más o menos bien, pero como sabes, un equipo de Montenegro pues no se le puede jugar 36, tienen que ser 40.
Okay. Any more questions? Right here in the front. Wait for the microphone. Wait, un momento. Yep.
Sí, la caída de ánimo se vio más en el tercer cuarto. ¿Es lo que habían ya visto desde antes? En cuanto al rendimiento del equipo, como que flaqueó. El primer medio estuvo parejos, pero en el tercer cuarto parece que hubo un descenso.
Comenzamos mal la segunda mitad, los compusimos, terminamos abajo de 10 el tercer cuarto y te digo, lo íbamos controlando bien el juego, no queríamos llegar faltando 5 minutos, 5 arriba, 5 abajo, el plan de juego estaba saliendo bien y bueno, nos desconectamos por 3 minutos y 3 triples seguidos, ¿no? 2 de Perry, 1 de Vucevic y ahí terminó el juego.
Okay, one more here in the back.
Omar, ¿qué tanto altera el plan de juego el tener que sacar a Ibarra temprano en el partido? Parecería que entra un tanto ansioso al juego, ¿no? Y tienes que ir por Gutiérrez y después ayer nos platicabas que quizás Amigo puede estar para 5 o 10 minutos. Esos 5 minutos fueron muy tarde en el partido. Particularmente eso me parece que afecta el desenlace de esa primera mitad. Sí,
tú sabes, Josh es un jugador demasiado importante para nosotros. Salió muy pronto a los 2 minutos y tuvimos que recurrir, ¿no? Nos salimos ahí un poquito del plan de juego porque siempre el que va de segundo anotador que acompaña a Paco y bueno, lo perdimos toda la primera mitad, tenemos que hacer ajustes y todo pasa por eso, ¿no? Entonces, ahora a cambiar la mente, a limpiar y regresar fuerte para en 2 días Lituania y te digo, nosotros seguimos confiados de que vamos a calificar, de que se le puede ganar. Hoy mostramos 36 minutos que le podemos competir a cualquier equipo.
Okay, thank you very much for coming. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, Omar.
Thank you. Gracias.
Thank you.
resume the press conference following Montenegro's win over Mexico here in Manila on day one. We're joined by Nikola Vucevic and Bosko Radovic, the head coach. And just as a reminder, please keep your mobile phones on silent. And Nikola, congratulations. If you could just give us a comment, please, on the game.
Thank you. Yeah, very good game for us to start the tournament. It was important to start off with a win against a team that doesn't necessarily suit us. You know, they play very fast, high tempo, but we responded well. I think everything we talked about the last couple of days as a team in meetings and practices, we executed really well. Thought the coaching staff did a really good job with the scouting, making sure we know all the players, everything they run, and we did a good job today trying to take away some of the stuff they're good at. So yeah, very good win. Although we started a little bit nervous, I thought as the game went on, we played much better. We responded well after their runs also in the second half, and so very happy with the win. It's good for confidence to start this way, and now we move forward towards Egypt.
Thank you, Nikola. Bosko?
Good evening, everybody. First of all, congratulations to Mexican team for a good game, and congratulations to my players for first win. The most important tonight is this win. We opened the tournament with victory and nothing. We start a little bit nervous in offense. During almost all match, we was very aggressive defensively. Was good, 71 points. But we just need to fix a little bit offense. We made 91 points. That's all right. But we made 91 points with 11 turnovers, 7 or 8 first half. Then what mean we must play a little bit, how I say, precise more in offense. And I think that's just the first step, important win for us, and we are going to prepare Egypt next game.
Thank you, Bosko. If you have a question, raise your hand, and we'll get a microphone to you right here in the second row. Tell us who you are and...
Hello, Etiel Estudillo from Sportskeeda. I have a question for Nikola Vucevic. Great game, outstanding opening for you. 27 points, obviously dominant win, 91-71. However, you know, there were several instances when Mexico nearly caught up, and you know, they kind of looked like they could take the lead. On a scale of 1 to 10, how worried were you that you know, Montenegro could have fallen?
I mean, I wasn't, you know, worried. You know, I had confidence in my team, but you know, Mexico's, you know, very tough team to play against, and you know, they never gave up. They fought until the end. So yeah, I mean, we knew that was going to be the case. We knew how to play, and we knew that we had to play for 40 minutes. And so, you know, it's a tough team to play against, and you know, a lot of respect for them for not giving up and fighting until the end. I personally think the result, it's not, you know, the real picture of how the game went. You know, at the end we made some shots. You know, they didn't, you know, when the game was pretty much done, and so we extended our lead. But it was definitely, you know, a difficult game for us to play, very physical, very high tempo, but we're able to take advantage, you know, of some of the mistakes they made and control the game, especially in the second half, which was important for us. So yeah, I mean, it was for sure, you know, we had to make sure we withstand their run, but I felt like we had pretty much controlled the game in the second half.
Hey, Nicola, Jake Fisher, Yahoo Sports, the front row here. A lot of NBA veterans are not playing in this tournament. Why was it important for you to be here with your country? And are there certain things that you're trying to fine-tune ahead of next season with Chicago while you're out there on the court?
Yeah, I mean, you know, last year I didn't play last summer, you know, for different reasons, and you know, it's, you know, everybody has their reasons sometimes if they play it or not. I think, you know, most players do enjoy playing for their country and come in, and you know, tournaments are, you know, they're fun to be part of, especially, you know, a lot of these players I play with now, I've played with and against when I was younger, and you know, I grew up kind of around them, so it's fun to be out there with them on the floor, and it's an honor for us to represent our countries, you know. And so, you know, I'm glad I was able to be here this summer. I was able to, you know, sign my new contract with Chicago early on, and you know, be able to come here. And so, but for me, it's a good experience because the NBA game and FIBA game are so different, and so, you know, every experience like that, any adjustment makes you a better player. And so for me, I think, this tournament, I was able to make adjustments a little better, figure out how to attack, because I can't play the same way I play in the NBA. There's much more spacing there. It's much more open game. The three's further. There's no 3 seconds rule, and so it's a little, different style of play from here. And so also just the way the game is played, the way we run plays and things like that. So it's a good adjustment for me. I think it's only going to be a good experience for me and get me ready for the season. But the most important, I'm just excited to be here, represent my country, share the court with my teammates, and hopefully, we're able to play well until the end and make our country proud.
Okay, any more right here? Takashi Aoki.
Takashi Aoki, Yahoo News Japan. Nicola, you scored a quick 8 point early in the game. How important you set the tone this game?
How important is what?
You scored a quick 8 point early in the game. So how important you set the tone for your team?
Yeah, I think it's very important to start the game off well. In preparation, we had issues to begin our games. We weren't always prepared well. The starting five, we didn't always, start games off well, and we'd get into a deficit and had to play from behind, which is very difficult. And I want to make sure, I try to help the team set the tone. I was able to get in good positions. My teammates were able to find me, and just trying to be aggressive and get going. I got to the line early on, and that kind of got me going. I was just wanted to stick with it, but all of it came from just us playing good basketball as a team. I think we're focused. We executed our plan well. We're smart with it. Although we did make some mistakes, I thought it was still pretty good for the first couple minutes of the tournament with a little bit of nervous and everything, which is natural. So, yeah, it was good, I think, for us. It opened up stuff for us also as the game went on, and, a lot of people, started, scoring, and it helped us, which we ended up scoring 91, which is a lot for us.
Right here in the back.
Hi, for Nicola. I'm Beatrice Go, and your team won against the Philippines in a tune-up game, 102-87, and you picked up your first win in the World Cup. How important is this momentum for your team?
Yeah, it's always good to start with a win. Helps with the confidence. The first game is, a lot of times the most important one, especially the way our schedule is. We're playing Mexico and Egypt. Lithuania being the favorite of the group. I think us three, the rest are kind of trying to fight for the second spot. So it's important for us to start off with a win, and it's much easier, obviously, going forward. Mentally, to prepare when you have a win already instead of with a loss. And I thought our last game against the Philippines too helped us a little bit preparing. But I just thought we had a really good month of practices and a lot of games and everything, and that got us to this point, and we were able to come here ready and play a very good first game.
Right here in the second row. Yeah.
Vuch, hi, I'm Mon from Dagat, Philippines. So a very efficient game for you overall. But what stuck out to me was your three-point shooting, perfect 3 for 3. So as a center and a big man, what impact does it have for you to hit your outside shots and stretch out the defense?
It always helps. I feel like I'm the best inside, close to the basket, and that's where I tried to start the game off and get going. Once I was able to get going inside, I was able, to step out and make some shots. I felt like tonight was one of those nights where, I got going early and everything was kind of going my way, and I wanted to stay aggressive. But when I'm able to hit the three as well, it opens up so much for myself and the team. And so I got some good looks. I wasn't trying to force. I was trying to be more inside. And it worked. So I'm glad I was able to hit both tonight, but my main focus will still be inside, and if I'm able to shoot some threes and make them, it's always a plus.
Right here.
Hi, I'm Eugene from One Sports. So I was able to talk to Nikola Pekovic earlier. He said that this Montenegro team is the best team ever assembled so far. So what's the difference between the 2019 Montenegro team and this year's squad?
I don't necessarily like to compare teams. Each team has its strengths and weaknesses. For us, that was the first time at the World Cup. We're inexperienced. We didn't really know what to expect, and so it was a little, different there. I think here now. A lot of us already been to one World Cup, a couple Euro baskets, and so that helps. We're also all a couple years older, so we have more experience as players in general. We know each other better, so all that helps. So yeah, I don't like to compare teams, which is better than the other. It's just, each team has its, own strengths and weaknesses, and we just, got to focus on the team now and try to do the best we can.
Okay, I'm going to accept some questions in Montenegro now. Do we have any questions in Montenegrin? Yes, the man from Croatia, there? Yes.
Treneru, čestitke na pobjedi.
Hvala.
Dva pitanja zapravo su slična, jer prvo je pitanje kakav je osjećaj trenirati Nikolu Vučevića, drugo pitanje je zašto više ljudi ne priča o Nikoli Vučeviću kao jednoj od najvećih zvijezda u svijetu košarke.
Mogu ja da izađem?
Ne moraš. Prvo, hvala što si postavio pitanje, za malo sam zaspao. To je prva stvar. Druga stvar, šalim se. Kako je trener, ja Nikolu poznajem puno godina. Ja sam pomoćni trener bio u nekoliko navrata kad smo se spremali za prvenstvo 2011. i prvenstvo 2017. Evropsko i 2019. Tako da, naravno, bio sam pomoćni trener. Danas sam rekao da veliko zadovoljstvo imati ovakvog igrača u timu. Kažem, svi ovi momci su dali svoj doprinos i kroz neke duge kvalifikacije, kroz raznorazne sastave, miksovane ovakve i onakve. Međutim, ako došli sad u jednom, da kažem, najboljem sastavu i Nikola je, iako nije bio tu 4 godine, donio jedan veliki kvalitet našem timu i kao što ste vidjeli večeras, značajan. Večeras mi onako imamo, mislim, prilično dosta napadačkih opcija, ali večeras je radila ova koja je radila, tako da što se tiče Nikole, mislim da je suvišno trošiti riječi. A što se ne priča o njemu više, vjerujte mi, ne znam. To je pitanje za novinare i za javnost u Crnoj Gori, što se ne priča više i o Nikoli i što se ne priča više, ne o meni, mene mogu da preskoče slobodno, ovi su momci, imali jedno sjajno evropsko prvenstvo, jedne dobre kvalifikacije, kvalifikovali su svjetsko prvenstvo i mislim da ovi momci zaslužuju više medijske pažnje nego što je imamo u Crnoj Gori. Imamo sad ovaj nalet 2-3 dana prije nego što smo ovo sve počeli, ali ako bili smo prilično sami u baru jedno 20 dana.
Any more questions? We did have a request for Nikola just to say something in Montenegrin to the people of Podgorica and the rest of Montenegro.
About the game or just in general?
Yeah, about the game and the World Cup.
Pa ništa, za nas dobra prva utakmica, odigrali smo pametno, mislim da smo sve što smo se dogovorili u slačionicu i tokom prethodnih par dana na treninzima smo ispoštovali. Mislim da su nas treneri stvarno spremili na odličan način, dobar scouting smo napravili, upoznali su nas sa igračima Meksika i sa igrom Meksika i mislim da nam je dosta pomoglo da odigramo danas. Mislim da je ekipa od samog početka dosta dobro odigrala s obzirom na okolnosti da je to prva utakmica, da je bilo malo nervoze i u trenucima kad je Meksiko imao neke svojih par minuta smo mi uspjeli da odigramo pametno i da bez panike prevedemo utakmicu u kraju. Čestitao bi svojih saigračima stvarno na sjajnoj partiji. Drago da smo uspjeli da otvorimo prvenstvo pobjedom i nadamo se da ćemo nastaviti u ovom ritmu protiv Egipta i zahvalio bi se svim navijačima koji su nas bodrili iz Crne Gore i širom svijeta. Sutra nas ima pomalo pa bi se zahvalio svima što nas bodre.
Okay, unless Bosco wants to say something in Montenegro to the people. Go ahead.
Ništa, ja bih čestitao prvo ekipi Meksika na dobroj igri večeras i čestitao momcima na prikazanom. Ono što je najvažnije je da smo otvorili turnir, da smo otvorili svjetsko prvenstvo s pobjedom. Kao što sam rekao prije na engleskom, bili smo agresivni tokom čitavog meča, odbrambeno agresivni, veoma agresivni. Tako da nam ovi njihovi šuteri, to jest njihove opcije za kojih najviše prijete, 3-4 beka, mi smo to neutralisali, kažemo, jako agresivnom odbranom i onako na kraju dali 91 poen, međutim možda će zvučati malo neskromno, dali smo 91 poen, ali i dalje moramo da radimo dosta, ne da radimo dosta, da malo ispravimo preciznost i izvođenje nekih stvari u napadu. Otvorili smo utakmicu sa 4-5 izgubljenih lopti, 6 i tako držali Meksiko u prvoj četvrtini u životu. Već od druge četvrtine to smo malo ispravljali i na kraju prilično ubedljiva pobjeda, što pobjeda koju sad posle konferencije štampu zaboravljamo. Za 2 dana imamo Egipat, da se spremimo za Egipat i za utakmicu koja je jednako važna kao što je bila ova danas. I što kaže Nikola, da zahvalim stvarno ljudima koji su iskreno navijali za nas i u Crnoj Gori i svuda u svijetu, jer nam stvarno podrška iskrenih navijača uvijek znači i onako gledamo da kroz ove utakmice i kroz nastupe i prošle godine u Evropskom prvenstvu i godine svjetskom prvenstvu probamo da makar na kratku srećimo ljude, naše ljude.
Okay, thank you very much, everybody. Thank you for coming.
Hvala, thank you.